What's poppin', YouTube? Professor Kuro here, back with another reaction. And today we got Moon Knight Rap, Split, Daddyphatsnaps, Marvel. Thumbnail looking, as I hiccup and almost die. Thumbnail looking clean. I love that it's like multiple, the alternates. You got the background images, you know what I'm saying? I love the construction of the thumbnail as is. You already know how third PHP do. We already know Hideki about to go crazy. We already know that Fable somehow be the extra good, extra homie sauce in every track. You already know how they do. I've been missing these comic book raps, so Marvel is really delivering with this one. I know you asked me to do Moon Knight rap for years, and now the stars have aligned. I see what you did there. I hope you enjoy this as much as I am enjoying the show. Bet. You already know the deal. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Link in the description of the original video. Make sure you hit the link, hit the like, hit the comment, subscribe. Show love to everyone that was a part of this. And with that being said, y'all, 3, 2, 1, volume on max. Let's get into it. I'm very excited. Turn this up, please.
Unchained, I'm still dreaming. Imbued with the payment, it ain't leaving.
We're not even talking about DPS, the mix, the master, the beat production, the sonic sound space that fits with some of the Egyptology that's in the show. We're not even going to get into that. What we are going to get into is just how beautiful that opening sequence was, Hideki. My God. Just one more time. No, all the way to the beginning. I felt like a cat. I just kept hitting the back button. I'm sorry. Psych! I'm not sorry. I do what I want. Of course, my light goes out at the start of the reaction, not before.
Unchained, I'm still dreaming. Imbued with the payment, it ain't leaving. Head throbbing, it brain, nigga, bang semen. Slut, drip, drip, chop, and it stay bleeding.
First of all, wow. All right, you know what? We're going to have to do this. I'm so sorry, but we're going to 100% have to take a moment's pause so I can change out the light. But as I'm doing that, I'm going to talk really loudly to explain how I love the opening of the verse, because the way DPS brings up, am I still dreaming? It's because of the fact that dreaming is part of what makes Moon Knight have the ability to switch between his alters. So, am I still dreaming is very apt and very important to his character, as well as imbued with the pain, because 1, mental health, but also 2, Moon Knight does not have, crazy special, enhanced defense, stuff like that. So really, whatever Moon Knight endures, that is actual lived experience. That is pain that stayed. That's tough. Let me just make sure my camera's good. I apologize for the mid reaction pausing for that, but we still talked about the song, so we're gonna just keep it going because life happens.
Cocking the way demon. Head throbbing, it brain, nigga, bang semen. Slut, drip, drip, chop, and it stay bleeding. Guns cocking the way demon. Cross, stop with the way he went.
The stuttering is purposeful because of the multiple characters, and the stuttering is apt.
Drip, drip, chop, and it stay bleeding. Guns cocking the way demon. Cross, stop with the way he went. Everywhere he went. I sit silent. Inside my mind, I'm split islands.
Ooh. Inside my mind, I'm split islands. I went where he went. Okay, so the biggest thing to understand about Moon Knight's character is dissociative identity disorder, DID. And what that means is within one physical body, there are multiple personalities, whereas one takes over the light and one is the existing person that you are speaking to. And the alternates, or the other personalities, lay dormant. And during those times where a switch occurs, mind you, this is like real life shit I'm talking about. Like, this is real, like DSM-5 psychology. Like, look it up, research it. It's a very, very, I don't want to say interesting, because this is something that affects people and it is a hard thing to live with. But there is intrigue to it. But what it is you have segments of your brain where different people inhabit. And they're within you, and usually they're formed through trauma that's endured, especially at a young age, where to deal with trauma and to compartmentalize, your psyche would literally take whoever you were, put it in a box, and someone else would inhabit that space. And when that switch happens, the real you, or the main light holder, is not aware of what the body is doing. Whatever the alters do, the main is not aware of. And only in some cases do the alters converse among themselves and share that information. So that I went where he went kind of thing is very, it spoke to me in that regard.
But the way he went, everywhere he went, I sit silent. Inside my mind, I'm split islands. I switch up the vibe when they get violent. Got you over the humps, I don't talk, I spit. Death came and knocked on the door, I live. Think I won't doing it, I did. Death come and knock on my door, I split. Death come and knock that I'm tore my crib. Show him the armory, wore my Blicky a kettle, I pour ice. Regular.
Kettle, because the kettle steams, it goes shh. So I don't pour ice, silencer. But also immortality. And not immortality in the sense of, oh, I'm impervious. No, it's because there's a deity that's like, oh, you died? Nah, motherfucker. I told you have a job to do, bitch. And also one thing I love is that even with how DPS is alternating his delivery and the flows and how he had the stutter and then pulled out, it's going through Moon Knight's different personalities. It's going through Khonshu and Mark and Steven, and we're not gonna get into the other ones because they might come up later in the show and I don't want to spoil too much, but that is, Mr. Knight, like that is very much the vibe and the feel of that. This is all cleverly put together for you to experience.
Clothes I ain't worn that shit, only saw in the armory, wore my Blicky a kettle, I pour ice. Regular clothes I ain't worn that shit, only sport a vest and I want more like it. When it's getting realer, don't pour ice. Regular clothes I ain't worn that shit, only sport a vest and I want more like it. When it's
I like that. Regular clothes, nah, I sport a vest and I want more of that shit, but also sports vest.
getting realer, don't you dare dilly dally dilla killer, open your eyelids. Everybody in the gore might click, cover anybody in the gore that click. I'm a marvel, think you want a war, I janitorial, you can't ignore my shit.
Because one of the alters is a janitor, but also janitorial, you can't ignore my shit. That's a bar. Also, that kind of reminds me of an Otaku God tweet that I saw the other day, so that's just fire.
Don't you dare dilly dally dilla killer, open your eyelids. Everybody in the gore might click, cover anybody in the gore that click. I'm a
Everybody in the gourd might click. Everyone that lives in my head is a part of me. That's fire. That's clever. Comfort anybody in the gourd, I click. Ah.
You can't ignore my shit. Never been a killer, but I spoke up in a really bad situation. I don't know what's feeling when I look into the mirror, see a really bad imitation. Flip flop to a.
Because you don't recognize yourself. Run it back. That was crazy. Speed up.
You can't ignore my shit. Never been a killer, but I spoke up in a really bad situation. I don't know what's feeling when I look into the mirror, see a really bad imitation. Flip flop to a hit squad, time jumps when I slip off. Fuck a wristwatch, time runs on a switch off. Get the big locks tighten. Cause I'm too afraid of what I become.
That's fire. Because that whole time run, time lost is because, again, you're not aware of what happens during the time in which you are not the main. Once an altar takes over, it is literally, all right, imagine you're reading a Word document, right? And you're scrolling, and then it's literally, you change the text color to white. So something happened, but you don't know it. You weren't there for it. You will never have a recollection for it. And then whatever moment you reawaken and become the main identity, that's it. You're just in the present. So, for example, there could be a situation where, an altar gets you into a gunfight, and then you wake up, and all of a sudden, the last thing you remember, it was Tuesday afternoon, and you were buying a hot dog from Nathan's, and now it's Friday night, and you're in a gunfight, and you don't know what happened. DBS is going crazy.
When I look into the mirror, see a really bad imitation. Flip flop to a hit squad, time jumps when I slip off. Fuck a wristwatch, time runs on a switch off. Get the big locks tighten. Cause I'm too afraid of what I become. Can't nobody do it like me. Not even me, I know. Dancing is all I see. Don't bother me at all. There is a side you see. There is a side you don't. I'm in that pull the string, but I will wrap them around your throat.
Love Fable in the back.
You should really know. You ain't seen no one like me before.
I love that hook. Love that hook. Also, they're just the extra death is all I see. Little comic book lore. Moon Knight straight up has met death in the One Piece cosmology. So the One Piece, that's crazy. I really need to stop. Psych, never stopping. In the Marvel cosmology, Moon Knight has met death. That is, I need to stop. This is crazy. I want to hear that hook again. That shit was crazy.
Cause I'm too afraid of what I become. Ain't nobody do it like me.
Not even me, I know.
Death is all I see. Don't bother me at all. There is a side you see. There is a side you don't. I may not pull the string, but I will wrap them around your throat.
I may not pull the strings because I'm not in control.
I know something you should really know. You ain't seen no one like me before. The voices in my head, they tell me no, but I don't listen, no. I don't listen, no. Tell me who do you trust? When your own mind is like an asylum, always colliding, slipping the back and forth, and the times are never aligning. Always the violence, feel like a matador, and the flag is on the horizon. Never at grasp, I'm a Tyrannosaurus, I ain't reaching the key if I tried it.
This motherfucker spitting his ass off. God damn. Tyrannosaurus, I can't reach the keys if I tried it. Okay. My man was talking. Just run it back. Just shut up. Shut up.
I don't listen. Tell me who do you trust? When your own mind is like an asylum, always colliding, slipping the back and forth, and the times are never aligning. Always the violence, feel like a matador, and the flag is on the horizon.
I'm just charging at the horizon. I'm just going. Feel like a matador and the flag is at the horizon. Also the asylum because there's multiple of them. Nothing's ever aligning. Time is not his. Time is not linear, nor is it cyclic, nor is it three-dimensional. Time is disrupted.
Never at grasp. I'm a Tyrannosaurus. I ain't reaching the key if I tried it.
Oh, now we get it.
Bang bang, I'm a heavy meat on fire, it's a mayday. Lit up in the tails of my ops, it's a playmate. Sing a B team, you know I brought the A game. Need them like an A-frame, bad with the melee, bad with the AK. Make one click, red sauce, I can make pace. HB high, push P, and I make A's. I ain't got a Drake, pull Jake, and they vacate. I'ma make them all eat love, Steven say grace. Travel through space and time to scrape and by through day and night. A frame of mind, a frame as I frame in time to stabilize. A heinous crime, I wake to die, I wake to death. I save a life, I take a life instead. I wait to die, I wait to die in bed. Awaken, I have fled. Awaken, I have hands around the neck. Awaken, I am tattered, cold and bled. Awaken, I have chapters left to read. I sleep and damn, I know if it's a dream. I see the blade, don't know if it's a seam. Or they say cutter, is it cutting me? Or they say cutter, they are gonna bleed. You cheat on me,
The fuck is DPS doing on this track?
Titty titty bang bang, I'm a heavy meat on fire, it's a mayday.
January, February, March, April, May. Let's try that again. January, February, March, April, May. I'ma have you meeting all 5 like a May Day, but also it's an emergency.
Titty titty bang bang, I'm a heavy meat on fire, it's a mayday. Lit up in the tails of my ops, it's a playmate. Sing a B team, you know I brought the A game. Need them like an A-frame, bad with the melee, bad with.
Hit him with an A-frame, that means frame 1. I'm hitting you frame 1.
The AK, make one click, red sauce, I can make pace. HB high, push P, and I make A's. I ain't got a Drake, pull Jake, and they vacate. I'ma make them all eat love, Steven say grace. Travel through space.
That's so disrespectful. I'm gonna make you all eat lead. Ayo, other personality. Say grace. That's crazy.
Time to scrape and by through day and night. A frame of mind, a frame as I frame in time to stabilize. A heinous crime, I wake to die, I wake to death. I save a life, I take a life instead.
I love that. I wake to die, I wake to death. Because that literally happens to him. That is legitimate craziness.
Make them all eat love, Steven say grace. Travel through space and time to scrape and by through day and night. A frame of mind, a frame as I frame in time to stabilize. A heinous crime, I wake to die, I wake to death. I save a life, I take a life instead. I wake to die in bed. Awaken, I have fled. Awaken, I have hands around the neck. Awaken, I am tattered, cold and bled. Awaken, I have chapters left to read. I sleep and damn, I know if it's a dream. I see the.
So the other thing is, I believe I said this at the beginning of the reaction. Sleep is how they switch. So a lot of the sleep, the awake, I awake it with hands around neck. That's how they switch out. So whenever you see sleep, dreams, those motifs, that's very much a part of the character, and that's very much referential to the alternating in and out, the traveling through time and stuff like that.
Blade don't know if it's a scene when they say cut or is it cutting me?
What do you say when you end a scene on a film studio? Cut. I don't know if it's a scene when they yell cut. Are they cutting meat? That's
Sleeping down, but know if it's a dream. I see the blade, don't know if it's a scene. When they say cut or is it cutting me? Hope they say cut or they are gonna bleed. You cheat on me to cheat with me. Divorce without the legal fee. I'm not the man you used to know. He's half the man I used to be. The pain inside, I feign alive. I'm stripped to just my naked eye. And in the end, I wonder in which body will I lay to die.
whoo! You guys went crazy.
Can't nobody do it like me. Not even me, I know. Death is all I see. Don't bother me at all. There is a side you see. There is a side you don't. I may not pull the string, but I will wrap him around your throat. I know something you should really know. You ain't seen no one like me before. The voices in my head, they tell me no. But I don't listen, no. I don't listen, no.
So I saved this for the end of the reaction because, full disclosure, I have not seen an episode of Moon Knight yet, but I still know how to break shit down. Now, I don't know if this has been discussed in the series, so I'm merely speaking from the comic perspective. If you don't want this spoiler, feel free to click off the reaction. Now you already know the deal. Leave a like and comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Link in the description of the original video. Make sure you hit the link, hit the like, hit the comment, subscribe. Show love to everyone that was a part of this. DPS, Third PHP, Hideki, and Fable. And now to get to what I was going to say. A lot of the time stuff and visions and sight is because there are moments where Khonshu has given Mr. Knight, Moon Knight, Mark, Steven, however you want to address him, visions. He has had psychic visions in the comics. They are not consistent. They are not permanent, but they do happen. So I just want to throw that out there. And we already said, you already know the deal. So if you made it to this part of the reaction, comment down below. Moon crazy. I'll see you in the next one.